Welcome to the back 9 video. Now you know who the featured MVP player from the first video is. I'll not leave it a mystery in this one. Florian LINGENHEL, you probably know him, Austrian champion, and is really patient dealing with us, setting up the cameras and everything.
Sure. But we can't be patient with the gaps coming up. This one's pretty tough already. Basket is all the way tucked to the left, and there's a ditch up here, so if you hit a tree early, you have a really tough approach to scramble for your par. For the shot, I think you want to throw something really stable. For me, it's the resistor, Eclipse resistor, and I just throw it straight up into the gap, pretty high, to let the natural fade of the disc work and get over to the left side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got clean.
Got that one.
Also good.
Oh!
What a reaction.
It went all the way down the hill, like a rolling all the way down. I have a really tight line. You can see the basket right there. Let's see if I can get through. I think that's my best gap. I hit the gap.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's a putt.
So tough. On some of these holes, you'll only have obstructed putts. Gotta prepare for that. So close, but felt good. If you look around the green, you can't really get to the basket here on the pure line. But if you fade in here, you always have a look. That's a theme on this course. Sometimes you don't really want to play for the pin, but for a spot where you can make a putt. Play smart and don't go for the hole every time. These woods are brutal. If you miss your line by just a bit, man, you get punished. The basket is like just 56 meters off the tee, but there are a bunch of trees in front of us, and the only line to get there is out to the left, where there are a lot of branches that just catch your disc. Just give yourself a look from the left side. Hopefully you'll make it into the circle. Yeah, so that was a deflector, and I guess it's like 8 meters away.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's the jail that you talked about.
Actually, a big turnover, backhand turnover. Maybe cut it around the corner a bit better. Yeah, maybe that's it. Let's see. I see that the gap is wider than expected. So a high backhand turnover could even park the pin, but it's a way more technical shot. This one is a new one. It's hole 12, more elevation than expected again. It doesn't look like it's going uphill that much, but it's 9 meters. The reactor should be perfect for that. Just put it onto a slide hyzer and let it ride that line.
Oh, that 1-3 to miss.
No. Dang.
Then I'll try the same, but with a vault. That's too much hyzer, but it's enough power, I think. I just have to get it flat.
I try the same with the tempo. I gotta give it a lot of power to get there. It's a bit slower than the reactor.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
That's also better.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh yeah.
2 park chops, nice.
Those are 2 pretty solid shots on second tries. And if that happens in the tournament, I'll be super happy.
Good adjustment and really get to the right side of that middle tree. Most important part about this shot.
Yeah.
There's a double mendo, a very short hole. I think a range sidearm around the corner should be perfect. Most people will probably jump putt or throw a short backhand, but with this I can control the line better.
Yep. Oh, tree.
Last Guardian.
Actually, that was my exact idea. I just have to see where the basket is. Or maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Something just like that.
Yeah, let's see how close we are. So the sidearm is a pretty good play. Eirik and I just hit the trees here. I stayed up on top. So you really want to hit this gap, and if you do, you're at the basket. Yeah, the sidearm flex play definitely gives you the most control to hit it. Oh,
And my putt is a little bit easier, but still not a gimme. Oh, it's a little bit too short.
So, another huge elevation change. It's either an entropy or a pyro. I think it rather is the entropy because it drifts a bit more than the pyro. I don't want a really sharp fade, and I want it to settle before the OB on the left side of the basket. It's pretty downhill and tucked to the left. That might be even too far left, even though I threw the putter. So it's definitely not the pyro. Try
It
it.
definitely is the pyro. That's my gut feeling.
Yeah.
Just smooth. Oh, that's way too much hyzer.
But I think inside is the good miss.
It's a good miss, yeah.
So I went a bit too far. Eirik's inside line got a bit lucky.
I got lucky, yeah.
He's very close to the basket. And I really threw it soft and still went long. Ah, just a bit right.
I have to really straddle for this one. Oh, come on.
We could make a missed putts compilation.
Emotional damage!
Yeah, I have to get that dialed for tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we see a trend here. There are a lot of long looks for birdie, but never really park drops. So, Karl Rose just said from the next tee that we should throw the berg, or in my case the range. I mean, the berg is way more stable, so I'll have to throw it on a slight hyzer flip, but it should work out. Pretty touchy shot. He said that anything with more glide than this will go long. So, really gotta smooth it in there.
That's too far.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
way far.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Okay, I know what he means now.
Let's see if I am my gap hitting with the backhand. It's okay.
Just gotta give directions.
Yeah.
Karl is lost.
Let's try the berg.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, no, but it's 10 short. Man, that's a touchy one. Gotta get the distance control right.
I gotta go further, you gotta go shorter.
Yeah, we combine the two shots and we are perfect.
The cameraman guest shot. Shout out to Finn for being on the camera.
First throw. I should stay on the camera.
Oh, again, a long putt. Oh my god. No!
You don't want to go long, because on the tee sign it didn't say anything about OB long, but it's like 10 meters behind the basket. So if you juice it just a tiny bit, you're OB. So I guess it's the range still, but I really gotta watch my speed. Otherwise I'll end up here. Oh, that's also a wild green. Yeah. Okay, so stay right, stay short. That's the main thing on this hole.
Go in.
Ah, long. A
Wie viele
bit.
Würfe in Folge hat man keinen Wurf mehr gemacht?
Karl Rose is here too. Dang.
Oh my god.
My atom shot, the first one, was so soft, but I'm still 8 long or so. And it's very obstructed. Low hanging branches. Branches in my back. Yeah. Go a bit lower. Third time's the charm. But dang, you really want to stay short on this one. You gotta search for a spot where it's safe to play to, where it's easy to play to, and really commit to that, even though you're primed on going for the basket. Hole 17 is pretty similar to hole 2, just in its shape, or just in the shape that you want to throw. And I think it also plays perfectly for a mid-range. The echo should be perfect to set out to the left, get a little drift right, and match the hillside. And drift a bit more. Yeah. That's about 10 meters left.
I also think that it shapes up nicely for a mid-range, but I want to go with my first gut feeling and go up to a fairway driver. Let the disc do the job. Oh, that's just way too far. Oh, nice kick.
Okay, reactor. I gotta flex this one a bit. The echo can work on its own. This one is a bit more stable. Oh, overturned. Yeah, but that's why I like the echo. I think the echo is the right disc for it. I just undercommitted a bit. Tempo. Really gotta rip this one. It's a little brother of my Eclipse reactor. Oh, it's long. Ripped it too hard.
Another long putt.
As per usual. Ooh, okay, same for me. I'm a bit closer. I'm in the circle, but I'm very obstructed. Oh. Yeah, good adjustments.
I think this one was quite interesting actually, because you're coming up the hill and you really have to think about the whole sloping here. So you kind of have to give the disc time to come back and let the hill do the work. And it feels nice to have a more open throw when you get out of the woods.
Before you threw with a lot of touch and suddenly you have to rip one again. And the trees on the right hand side of the hole prevent you from throwing straight to hyzer. And the mid-range is nice, but then again it's pretty far for a mid-range. But the fairway just doesn't give you that nice drift. So you're kind of in between discs, and this is one of the best ones yet.
It's a good hole, yeah, a lot of fun.
Another new hole, and this is a pretty crazy par 4. There is a double mando up in front, just so you take the main gap, and then it bends sharp to the left and sharp to the right into the woods again. So I guess the best play is a spike hyzer into the landing zone just near the path, and then have a long look or chip shot into the woods to the basket. But I'll try a side-on flex play and try to get there. Yeah, no, pretty stupid. Probably not a tournament play, but still. Oh, okay.
Miss Mando.
Miss Mando. I just said that there is a Mando and then forgot it before I threw. So again, this time without forgetting it.
Get through. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might even be too far down.
Yeah, and then the side arm. Yeah, okay.
Denied.
Stupid play. Don't do it tomorrow.
Probably not a good idea. Maybe pyro?
Yeah. Could be better. Oh, actually, yeah.
I don't think I can do a faster disc.
That's a good play.
I think I'll just do approach, hope I don't hit anything. If I hit anything, maybe it helps me even. The first trees are down by the basket. Ah, not enough commitment. I wanted to keep the Anheuser. Oh, that's gonna be super hard.
Oh. Yeah, this green is really protected. The first one, definitely, you don't have to get as aggressive on to get into a decent spot. The second is just important to hit right. I think it's more important to get onto the path and then have a clean look to throw down to the basket.
I think I've never had so little opportunity in my life. I just have to get something kind of through and see if I can put it. Something like that. Yeah, that actually is really good.
What a scramble. So the entrance into the screen is pretty dicey. Very low hanging branches. You gotta pure your line to access it, but once you're here, you have a lot of space to work with. Yeah, it's getting pretty dark. That's why I'm throwing my bright fireball. No, also because it's great for the shot. It's a par 4 and only 90 meters long, but it's very uphill. Even the first shot is a kind of placement shot that you have to hyzer through this gap and get a little left and set yourself up for another steep uphill shot to the basket. If you do it right, you have a straight, pretty manageable shot, but if you're tucked on any side, it gets pretty tricky to get the birdie, even though the hole is only 90 meters long. Yeah, that's what I meant. Wild.
Oh, it's inside. Somehow got through.
So you can play for this hyzer line, but honestly what I will probably do, because I have the distance to get the second one to the basket anyway, I'll probably just throw a mid to the top of the hill here. Don't even try to hyzer around, just hit the gap on the first one and set myself up for a bit longer of an approach, but more consistent. Yeah, and that's enough. I don't need more. For you it makes sense to go for the aggressive shot, because hitting the gap is way more rewarding for you.
Yeah.
Setting up this easy second. The mid-range play does make sense for me, but I fear going too straight and reaching the OB pond. So yeah, no, but I would really advise that you attack this one hard. The basket is way uphill. Probably like 70 meters left, but very, very steep. That's why I'm even going with a virus. Bad footing, stand still. Nothing more to be done.
Pure the gap.
Yeah, that's a circus edge look. But if you don't make it out, if you don't make it out of the gap, then it's brutal. And you really want to get the birdie on this one since it's so short. You can see the basket. If you make it out, it's really, really easy. This was my mid-range shot, and I didn't even want to go that far left, and I still have a very easy approach. The only thing I got in mind is the OB right here. I can reach it pretty easily, so a shot out here is really rewarding, and if you cut it even further out here, that you might have a long look at the eagle.
I should in theory have a quite simple up and down. So let's just get this birdie.
Or even a throw-in? No.
I kind of wanted to.
Good lie.
You got me.
It was a lie, yeah.
Alright, even from my really bad first lie, I'm slightly outside the circle. Yeah, I couldn't grab the birdie. So that's why I would, and treacherous green too.
There you go.
That's a theme this round. Third putt is always going in.
Finally a makeable putt for me.
A makeable birdie putt at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
This was really good practice, so thank you, Flo, for taking the time to come around here and make this round.
It was a pleasure.
It was really a pleasure for me as well, and nice to have you on the channel, and then hopefully I can grow my game a little bit more in the coming years.
Nice. I think you'll do that, and this course is really perfect to practice those short stock shots. And
it really keeps you honest.
Yeah, right. It keeps you honest. This course is really proof if your decision making is good or not, and I'm looking forward to what you shoot in the tournament.
Yeah, it's more about making smart decisions and not taking too many risks, and instead of doing like hero shots.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what you want to do as an amateur. Sometimes you really want to go for the big shot and it goes wrong. But here you have to really keep the lines tidy, even on the, let's call them easier shots, because they're so punishing if you don't make them.
Anything could happen here. Let's see, maybe Carl and me run away with it, but it could also happen that you're on lead card with us and beat us.
It might happen, let's see.
Okay, then.
Thank you again.
Thanks.